Are you ready to move to Costa Rica? Yo, what's up everybody, it's Forca Jovem, and we are talking about Costa Rica. This country is absolutely blowing up right now as a top destination for expats. And for good reason. Stunning beaches, lush rainforests, and a culture that just screams Pura Vida. We're diving into the pros and cons of living in Costa Rica. The stuff nobody tells you, the real deal, so you can figure out if this is the adventure for you. So grab your coffee or maybe a coconut, get comfy, and let's do this. Alright, let's start with the obvious. Costa Rica is drop-dead gorgeous. We're talking rainforests bursting with life, volcanoes begging to be hiked, beaches that belong on postcards. You step outside and you're surrounded by howler monkeys, sloths just vibing in the trees, toucans. It's like living in a National Geographic documentary. Surfing, ziplining through the canopy, whitewater rafting, diving with turtles. Costa Rica is all about getting out there and living. Picture yourself chilling on a pristine beach, watching the sunset over the Pacific, the sand between your toes. Okay, let's talk weather because, let's be honest, that's a deal breaker for a lot of us. Costa Rica is tropical, which basically means it's summer year-round. Think warm days, balmy nights, and a whole lot of sunshine. There's two seasons to keep in mind. The dry season, which is basically paradise on earth, and the rainy season, which, well, is rainy. The rain usually comes in short bursts, and it brings out this incredible lushness in the landscape. Think of it as nature's way of hitting the refresh button. One of the biggest questions I get is about safety. The good news is, Costa Rica is considered one of the safest countries in Central America. Seriously, they don't even have a standing army. Of course, like anywhere else in the world, you gotta be smart. Don't be flashing your cash, be aware of your surroundings, the usual stuff. But overall, you can walk around feeling safe, even at night. Let's talk about the heart and soul of Costa Rica, the people. Ticos, as they call themselves, are some of the warmest, friendliest people you'll ever meet. They have this infectious joy for life, this genuine desire to make you feel welcome. It's about embracing the Pura Vida philosophy, which is all about appreciating the simple things, living in the moment, and focusing on happiness. And that's contagious, man. You can't help but get swept up in the positive energy. Alright, let's talk numbers. One of the biggest draws of Costa Rica is the cost of living, especially compared to the US or Europe. You can definitely live a comfortable life here without needing a six-figure salary. Fresh produce is abundant and cheap, housing is generally affordable, and you can get by without a car in many areas. Some things like imported goods can be pricey, but overall you're getting a lot of bang for your buck in Costa Rica. Let's talk healthcare because nobody wants to mess around with that. Costa Rica actually has a really good healthcare system, both public and private. The public system, called Caja, is available to residents and citizens, and it's surprisingly affordable. If you want more specialized treatment or shorter wait times, you can always opt for private healthcare, which is still more affordable than in the US. Just make sure you do your research and get the coverage you need. Moving to a new country can be daunting, right? You're leaving behind your comfort zone, your friends, your family. But here's the thing about Costa Rica, you're never really alone. There's a huge expat community here from all walks of life. You've got your surfers chasing the perfect wave, your digital nomads working from their laptops, your retirees living the good life. It's a melting pot of cultures, and it's awesome. Everyone's in the same boat, looking to connect, share experiences, and build a new life. So don't be afraid to put yourself out there, join some expat groups, and make some new friends. Alright, let's talk about the elephant in the room, bureaucracy. Costa Rica is notorious for its red tape. Getting things done here can sometimes feel like an uphill battle. Take a deep breath, embrace the slow pace, and try to see the humor in it. Just make sure you have all your documents in order, be patient, and don't be afraid to ask for help if you need it. Let's talk about the language barrier. Now, in touristy areas you can get by with English. But if you're serious about living in Costa Rica, learning Spanish is essential. It's about connecting with the culture, understanding the people, fully immersing yourself in the experience. Plus, it opens up a whole new world of opportunities. Ticos are super patient and encouraging when it comes to foreigners learning their language. So go ahead, take some classes, download Duolingo, and start practicing. Okay, let's be real, Costa Rica isn't perfect. It's still a developing country, and that means there are some infrastructure challenges. Think bumpy roads, inconsistent internet in some areas, and public transportation that can be, well, let's just say it's an adventure. It's about embracing the unexpected, learning to go with the flow, and appreciating the simpler things in life. And hey, it makes for some good stories, right? Alright, let's talk housing. Costa Rica has something for everyone. Whether you're dreaming of a beachfront bungalow, a cozy cabin in the mountains, or a modern apartment in the city, prices can vary wildly depending on location. Coastal areas, especially those popular with expats, tend to be more expensive. But if you're willing to venture off the beaten path, you can find some hidden gems at more affordable prices. Think smaller towns, rural areas, places where you can really immerse yourself in the local culture. It's all about doing your research, figuring out your priorities, and finding the place that feels like home. Let's talk work. If you're planning on working remotely, you're golden. Costa Rica has become a hub for digital nomads with plenty of co-working spaces and cafes with decent Wi-Fi. But if you're looking for a job locally, it can be a bit trickier. The job market is competitive, and many positions require Spanish fluency. The key is to be flexible, network like crazy, and be willing to start at the bottom. Costa Rica is a small country, but it packs a punch when it comes to diversity. You've got stunning beaches, lush rainforests, majestic mountains, and charming towns, each with its own unique vibe. Are you all about that surf life? Head to the Pacific coast, craving adventure in the rainforest? Check out La Fortuna or Puerto Viejo, do your research, talk to other expats, and most importantly, come visit. Alright, let's talk visas. Costa Rica makes it relatively easy to get a residency visa, especially if you're financially independent or planning to work remotely. The process can be a bit time-consuming, but hey, that's life in Costa Rica. Just make sure you gather all the required documents, follow the instructions carefully, and be patient. So there you have it, the good, the bad, and the bureaucratic. Moving to Costa Rica is an adventure, no doubt about it. It's about embracing a new way of life, challenging yourself, and opening yourself up to a whole new world of experiences. If you're looking for a place to escape the ordinary, to reconnect with nature, to live a life filled with Pura Vida, then Costa Rica might just be the place for you. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you're planning on making the move to Costa Rica.